This might be the video that will finally make you break that fat loss plateau. Not only fat loss, but if you've been struggling with low energy, brain fog, visceral fat, love handles, you can't seem to lose fat and build muscle, this might be the video that is gonna solve all of it. And I know it's a bold statement, but stick with me. And we're gonna talk about not the best supplement for fat loss, but about a boring topic, which is sleep, which is exactly what you should be focusing more in order to finally naturally manipulate your hormones, boost your testosterone, decrease cortisol, improve insulin sensitivity, and finally achieve the health and the body that you want. And in this quick video, I'm just gonna show you my night routine. Because why? We talk a lot about morning routine, but we don't talk about night routine. And that's exactly what we're gonna be covering with a couple of steps for you to implement starting tonight. And as you probably notice, it's a bit dark. I'm using my blue light blocking glasses. It's all part of the environment. So it doesn't make sense for me to talk about a video, even though I could do it and I've done it already. During the day, when the sun is shining, talking about sleep, it's still okay. But I feel that like this, it's way more real because I'm trying to do what I preach. Dim the lights, blue light blocking glasses, my tea, but that's exactly what we're gonna be covering. And without further ado, the number one thing that you should be doing in order to improve your sleep is get these blue light blocking glasses. These are great. I got these on Amazon for, I don't know, maybe $25, $30. I've been using them for almost 3 years. I use them 1 hour before bedtime. So currently it's around 9 p.m. I go to bed around 10. I use 1 hour before bed. Sometimes a little bit before, sometimes a little bit after, 30 minutes, 1 hour, maybe 90 minutes before bed. It all depends, but around 1 hour. What's going to happen with this is that this is going to block the blue light from the lights, from the devices, from TV, from laptop. And even if I need to do some laptop work, which sometimes it happens, sometimes I need to still get some work done. I'm not perfect. So even though I know we shouldn't work 60 minutes before bed or 90 minutes, sometimes I'm working until, I don't know, 15 minutes before bed or 10 minutes. But I try to minimize the damage by using these blue light blocking glasses. I'm on the laptop, I'm working blue light, and at least it cuts a bit the blue light, and the blue light from the devices will basically shut down the production of melatonin. Melatonin is what you produce in your body in order to be sleepy, to be tired, and that's why if you're surrounded with all the blue light from the devices, it's gonna shut down the production of melatonin. You're not gonna be as sleepy. So get one of these. Second thing is this. What is this? It's very simple. It's just a chamomile tea. I've been using this for a couple of months, actually a couple of years, and it's a game changer. This is, I don't know if it's a chamomile. Chamomile, of course, it's relaxing, improves the sleep, but it's just a ritual, you know? Like I know when I put my blue light blocking glasses, I just get my tea, and this is like my wind down routine. Or I can even be working and just sipping my tea, like I'm doing now. It's almost cold. Anyway, no, it's not still cold, but I need to drink it because it's been like 50 minutes that it's here. Anyway, chamomile tea before bed helps you relax. It helps with digestion as well. So it's a great ritual that you can start implementing. Third one is something that I can show you, which is behind me, which is curtains. So you want to get some of these blackout curtains. This is crucial, okay? So you want to sleep in a dark cave. It needs to be as dark as possible. No bright lights, so be careful with the clocks, with the lights from, I don't know, from the AC, from the television. By the way, you shouldn't have television in the room in the first place. Anyway, just like minimize the lights. Blackout curtains, your dark should be as dark as possible. What I do is I simply get a blind because even though it's dark, sometimes when it's like when the sun is rising, you start to see a little bit of light, so it doesn't cover completely. Even if the room is completely dark, I put a blind and I assure that it's completely dark. So that's another thing that I would recommend. The next one is earplugs. Super important as well. Block the noise from the outside. This has been a game changer. This is my kit to sleep. I always use it. Next one, mouth tape. I like to use as well a mouth tape. What happens is that with the mouth tape, your mouth will be shut. That means you're just gonna breathe through the nose. This will improve your sleep. It will improve your HRV. It will decrease your resting heart rate as well. And this is something that I've been noticing. Since I started to use mouth tape to sleep, I've been noticing these recovery markers improving, which has been very, very positive. The next thing that you want to do is dim the lights. Simply dim the lights. Okay, so don't be with all the flat, bright. Dim the lights, like a little bit less lights, super important, or preferably, now I don't have it here, but red light. Switch to red lamps. I usually use that as well, even to read, like 30 minutes before bed, I switch on the red lamp, and this is not going to affect any production of melatonin, which is not happening with the normal lamp. So switch to red light, or if you don't have red light, at least dim the lights and use your blue light blocking glasses. The next thing that I'm doing is I have magnesium glycinate before bed. I personally have 200 milligrams. You can go up to 400 milligrams. It all depends as well on your nutrition, if you're having good magnesium sources in your day-to-day food. But I believe 200 milligrams is enough. I do it again. Actually, I still didn't have. I'm going to have after I record this video with the tea. I'm going to have 200 milligrams of magnesium glycinate along with the tea, and this is basically my night routine to improve my deep sleep and REM sleep. That's the disadvantage of recording a video at this time, because I woke up at 5 a.m. and now it's 9 p.m. So you probably noticed that my speech is not as fluent as in the morning, but anyway, we get it done and you're gonna understand my message, because that's what I want. I don't need to be fluent. I just want to pass the message and basically make you have a better life, which is what we want here. And that's basically what we do. As you see, quick tips, very actionable. And if you do this, you're gonna improve your sleep. You're gonna feel more energy, less brain fog. You're not gonna have that energy crash in the afternoon. You're gonna burn more fat. You're gonna feel sharper, not only physically, but mentally, seeing the results that you want from your hard work in the gym. Because remember, your body doesn't build in the gym. Your body is destroyed in the gym, and then it builds during the night. So all of the things that you want in terms of body composition, in terms of health, are achieved with proper sleep. And you don't need to sleep 9 hours. If you sleep 7 hours or 8 hours, 7 to 8 hours of quality sleep, that's the most important thing, because a lot of people focus on quantity and not quality. It doesn't matter if you're spending 9 hours in bed and you have crappy sleep. It's better to sleep 6 hours and a half and high quality sleep with good HRV, low resting heart rate, having your HRV on point as well, like blood oxygen, like all these markers that we're not going to dive in detail. So ideally, of course, 7 hours. If you're having 7 hours or 8 hours, half of that should be restorative sleep. Restorative sleep basically is you have to basically light sleep, REM sleep, deep sleep. You want to maximize deep sleep and REM sleep in order to restore both your cognitive function and your bodily functions, your hormones, testosterone, cortisol, growth hormone, and all these things. So if you do these tips, if you follow these tips that I just gave you, very actionable, the curtains, tea, magnesium, dim the lights, blue light blocking glasses, dark room, cold temperature as well. I forgot that one. Cold temperature, super important. You want the room to be freezing. 18 degrees Celsius, 19 degrees Celsius is the sweet spot, and I almost forgot this one. Anyway, there are always more things that you can do, such as not eating 3 hours before bed, eating certain things the last 2 hours of the day. It will improve your sleep as well, for example, like collagen and all things. But again, for the sake of this video, I want to keep it simple. Very, very actionable tips. If you follow this that I just told you, you're gonna feel a massive difference. Anyway, in case you want the full guide where I show this in detail, all these action steps, just go to the description down below. You can download my free guide about sleep optimization, where I talk about all of this, and you can download it for free. Now let's enjoy this cup of tea, and I'll see you on the next one. Ciao, ciao.